Free throws here tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And James with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. 10 points for LeBron.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Now here's Roden. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. That gives them the lead. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Thompson against Irving. Thompson passes to Roten. The feed now to Landry. Off on the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now it's send it over to Doris Burke, who's able to talk with Brett Brown.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Covington, following the basket by LeBron James. That's good. Covington's got his first basket of the night. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, and on the way from Irving for 3. And that one's good. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
And another three for Cleveland.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Here's Sampson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down, when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The 76ers trailed by 3 and stolen by Williams. To the right side. And stolen by Noel. Here's Sampson. Grant gets a wide-open look. Another three for Philadelphia.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And he gets it to go.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Here's Cannon. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Didn't think that was going to go in. And it's 6 points for J.R. Smith.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
The 76ers trail by 7. Noel, a screen on Williams. Here's Cannon. Feeds it to Noel. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers lead by 11. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, in part, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Okafor out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Hollis Thompson. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. And he can't answer back, the three-pointer offline. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
And here's James outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And the 76ers call time here. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
Yeah, and as they renew acquaintances, if you're the underdog, you always want to show, hey, we've got something new up our sleeve. It should be fun.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Roten's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Shumpert is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here's Roten. He's covered by Irving. Here's Noel. And again, unable to change momentum here. They push it up 4 on 3. And now Philadelphia on the break, and that one's good.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
And it's LeBron missing. The 76ers trail by 17. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The shot misses, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Love can't hit.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No. And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Covington's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here's Shumpert. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Okafor gets the bucket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And James with a clear path to the hoop. Pull-up jumper. And the rejection by Noel. Now Mozgov looking for his first basket still in this one. And James throws it down hard. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Nerlens Noel. Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Jakar Sampson subbed in for Thompson. And that one's good. Roten.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
James against Grant.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
What a game for LeBron. 31 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow. Unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
That's good. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense, as it fits and starts, but defensively, they found some traction.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Cannon's checked in. For 3, Smith. Landry grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Here's Grant, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
And stolen by Williams. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Jefferson has a wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most.
That athletic. Yeah. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Sampson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Outside Jefferson.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Here's Cannon. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
A dominating first half of basketball. And so
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 31 points, 3 steals, and 4 assists. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
So it's Philadelphia now. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Williams is out there with J.R. Smith. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their M.O. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's LeBron. Money from the wing. James has got 33 points. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Shot's good. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Okafor with the steal. Here's Covington. James covering. Here's Covington. He has 5. Okafor. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Timeout for the 76ers.
Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Philadelphia. And so here is Philadelphia. Here's Covington. Mozgov with the block. And they get it back. Another shot. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Noel, a screen on Love. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
From deep, James, and another 3 for Cleveland.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Jumps up, hammers it home to polish off the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points.